But as a country, when you compare us to other countries, I don't think you can say we're doing great. I mean, we're just not.
Dr. Anthony Fauci telling the 538 podcast about the serious situation confronting this country regarding COVID-19. The U.S. seeing its biggest new day of cases in one day on Friday. Here's the number, 66,627. Dr. Jen Caudle joins me now. And Dr. Fauci is saying, look, compared to the other countries, we're just not doing this correctly because the numbers keep going up.
That's exactly right. And I would argue not just compared to other countries, but even if we're not comparing ourselves to other countries, the numbers are going up, comparison or not. This is not good. We are not in a good place. We are moving backwards. We are going back to that time, March, April, where we saw these cases in New York City, not just New York City, but New York and the eastern states. This is devastating. And listening to the woman earlier talk, the healthcare worker talking about her experiences and her emotions with doing all this testing, you know, she really hit the nail on the head. This is emotionally exhausting, not just for healthcare workers, but for all of us. We are literally living through a nightmare. And it's one of the reasons why we have to do everything we can, Susan, to fight this. States really need to pull back. We need to put back restrictions in place. There need to be stay-at-home orders for certain locations. I believe there needs to be a mandatory mask, a mandate for the country. I really do. I don't think that we have anything to lose. We only have to gain at this point. And as you mentioned, cases are higher than they've ever been. We have to do as much as we can.
Yeah, we can't just pretend that it's not here and hope that it will go away, because that, it appears, is what some states are doing. And clearly, Dr. Caudle, it's not working.
That it's not working. And, you know, I just, again, listening to the healthcare worker talking about her experiences, I feel emotionally exhausted by this. I know my healthcare colleagues, you know, I'm a family physician. I'm in the office seeing patients. I'm not in the ER, et cetera. But I know that many of my colleagues, they are overwhelmed. They are overworked. They are frightened. We all are. And so I'm literally pleading with people, please wear a mask, please social distance, wash hands. And honestly, for those states that have the rising cases, Arizona, Florida, Texas, et cetera, I say stay at home. Stay at home unless you absolutely have to go out.
And I didn't even think about the stress, as you mentioned, that healthcare worker, in terms of just the testing and having to tell someone that they tested positive for COVID-19, because you automatically think, there's so much we don't know about this virus, that it could be the worst case scenario, but we have to imagine that it will be. And when you wear a mask, you're not just protecting you, you're protecting those around you. So if someone at home thinks, oh, I'm young, I won't be affected by this, it's those around you too.
That's exactly right. And I would also add to that, Susan, you know, I think along the idea of young people, I think a lot of young people think, oh, if I get it, you know, I'll take my chances. If I get it, it won't be so bad. The truth of the matter is, yes, young people mostly do well, but some have very severe consequences. I've seen younger people with no underlying medical history having strokes, the loss of taste and smell that lasts for weeks. I've had patients that end up with shortness of breath that stays for weeks for them. So guys, please do not underestimate that. And there's a lot we don't know. There are people who are healthy and young that do have severe complications. Of course, it's not common, but it does happen. So we have to protect everyone.
And we're so happy, Dr. Jen Caudle, that you're here to deliver that. You are a physician. This does happen. You don't want to roll the dice on it. Dr. Jen, thank you.
No, thank you.